Okay, so we have the jewelry store tentatively set up like this. I have loads of room for other stuff to go in here. We got our expensive jewelry that's going to end up over here. Just go ahead and mark that in like so. There we go. And then this will be our cheap jewelry, which will be like that. And I now have employees in here as well. These are undefined as well. Let's go with the headphones there. I guess we'll go headphones there. I can't make the music quieter. I can't do it. It doesn't happen. I've had loads of people tell me this in the comments. I cannot make it quieter. All right. And I like it. I don't like the song over and over again, of course, no, but I like having the atmosphere of it while I play. I want to turn it down inside the store and I can't. Okay. So here's the problem though. We need to get stuff in there, right? So this is best jewels and we have our capacity limits. Everything's in place. We have our schedule mostly done. I need to get security guards. So we're going to go over to our headhunters here real quick. He's looking for factory workers tomorrow. I want also some security guard candidates found as well, please. Near maxed out would be good. I think it's okay if they go no night shifts, no evening. You know what? This is fine. The no night shifts thing, though, I think is going to be okay. I got the RP left. I might as well just hit it. Okay. So they're going to look for that, and we'll get another factory work for that, too. Now, in the meantime, though, right, I need to hook that up. Well, I've got Vincent here who has a maximum of 8 destinations. And that's all he can do. I can't get any more on this guy. And Mark Houston, he cannot be on warehouse 1. You can only have the logistics manager of that warehouse. So in other words, this warehouse only has 8 total destinations. And at the moment, there's a huge mixture of things that we have being delivered, right? We got fast food stuff. We got hair products. We got the jewelry. We got the electronics. We got books, coffee, etc. We need to start like splitting up our supply so that we can maximize how many types of stores we can have for a given type of product. We want the warehouses to start storing specific products. And so what I have now for Mark Houston is I have a new warehouse, warehouse 2, and I've labeled it high end. I'm going to begin to move my larger stuff. I'm going to begin to move my jewelry and electronics into this store. That's going to free up some destinations for us to expand in other businesses and other, more fast food, more hair care products, etc. We're going to be able to do those things, but we're going to leave the high end stuff, that is jewelry and electronics. Maybe not clothing. Clothing has a lot of SKUs, so we're going to need a lot of storage space for that. So we'll probably have a separate warehouse for clothing if we get into it, but we're going to start doing that. And so the new warehouse that I've got is in here somewhere. It's right here. This is our warehouse high end, and its building's owned by Jessica. I actually wanted a different warehouse. I think this one is what I was looking for. No, I think it was this one. And it's owned by Ingrid. So I tried to get this one first, and it just wouldn't let me have it because this is there and it's a nice 664, and she wouldn't let me have it. I can't rent her building. So then I found this one over here, which is identical to that. It's the same layout and everything. It doesn't let me see it after I have rented it. Interesting. But it's the same layout as what I just showed you. But it's owned by Jessica, so I'm allowed to have that for now. And then this one here, too, is another one I was going to get, but that's also owned by Ingrid. So she's got a lot of real estate, and she's kind of locking me out of things, which is okay. We have alternatives. We're still good there. We'll make do. So now what we want to do is get a lot of pallet shelves, and these guys are closed for the rest of the day. It's Sunday. We're doing all this stuff on Sunday. It happens. But, boy, would I like to have some pallet shelves in that warehouse, and to get a purchasing agent for Monday to go off and do that, right? I would love that to be a thing. Purchasing agent I have 5 hours left to make that happen. So what I could do, I need to get pallet shelves in there. Real quick check, actually. I got to reorient myself here. Here we go. Does Essentials appliances sell the pallet shelves. I forget. I think there was. I thought there was pallet shelves in here. They sell storage shelves. I don't see the pallet. I think that's exclusively AJ's. It might be exclusive. I think it's exclusively AJ's. Well, not necessarily true. The factory store sells them as well, though. I think, right? These guys are open today. You guys sell them, right? Pallet shelves? Yeah, you do. Okay, so I can go there. And actually, they're open now, so I can give them a ring. I need them delivered before the docks delivery, though. And they won't deliver until 10. So I got to make the drive there. I'm going to go over to the factory depot. And I'm going to buy a bunch of pallet shelves. So what we need to do, right, going along that note, is I need to have my purchasing agents. They need to send the resources to a different warehouse this time. So just so I have some over there and I can start that process with a new logistics manager and stuff this week because it's Sunday. That's what I'd like to do. So none of the uncut stuff is needed. We need to send stuff from Bluestone. And I want cheap jewelry. We're going to have this delivered now. Cancel this order. We're going to have the cheap jewelry. 4,000 of it is a lot. But I think not. Let's go 2,400 of it. We're going to send it to the high end instead. I probably should rename this. I mean, I did name it 2. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to see 2 here. It's the same number of digits, but because there's extra, it's truncating it. I need to put a space in that name just so it's easier to see this in this list. I wish I had a little bit more room here, right? Like these numbers are crowding. There's a lot of wasted space here. I wish this was just a little bit longer, so that wouldn't happen. But we need that jewelry, and then we need the earbuds. I want to have those sent to the high-end warehouse now, and the Rhythm by Trey headphones. I want to have those sent to the high-end warehouse now, and then we can't send the other stuff this way. So we're going to go back to our logistics managers, and we're going to have our logistics manager. We're not making a lot of these right now because I'm down half my capacity. So we're still kind of the same capacity as we've had this whole time, even though I've doubled the machines. And that's just because I do not have one more factory worker in that spot. I need to wait till Monday for our recruiters to do that. So at the moment, even though I've got all that equipment, we're still at the original capacity that we've been at all last week. That said, though, I would like you to send it now to the high-end warehouse instead. So we're going to send it up to this one now. All right, so with that, let's get out. And here we are back at the factory supply depot, and we're just going to buy as many pallet shelves as we can fit in our truck, which I think I'm occupying 3 spots if you don't count the flatbed that's in there. So, No. I should be able to buy those pallet shelves. I have to click this one. Is it this one? Okay. So we'll get 8. I think that'll be enough for the delivery I'm trying to get, but I'm going to just fill up my truck with it. All right, so my warehouse should be on this road. Right there we go. And I don't remember if do I have 2 bays here? I should have 2 bays here, right? It's very narrow, but yeah, I got it. Okay, so we're not going to put the none of it in here. Although, I could put the none of it in here. Oh, I'm too exhausted. Yeah, that was going to happen. Pallet shelves, I'm going to place them in here. I need to get them ready. If my guy passes out, I'll pay the hospital bill, I guess. It's just the way it'll be. I wanted to get this to be, man, it's like the way the wall is there. Okay, so right there's one. This is going to be a slow process, but you see what I'm doing. You've seen what I've done before. Okay, shipments arrived, and we still have all these notices and stuff from the businesses that aren't open. Picture book's not getting there, I guess. I still have 17 days left to pay my taxes. Let's take a look really quick at our warehouses, and you see the high-end warehouses here. We look at the inventory. It says it has nothing in stock. That's very interesting, in fact. Let's take a quick look here at our regular warehouse. Did we not bring in anything? Wait a minute. It's Monday. That's when it was supposed to happen. Headphones, we have 1153 in stock. We didn't import any. Which, of course, because I sent it to the other warehouse, but it doesn't say I have any inventory in that. Let's see my messages. Yeah, what's going on here? I've been enjoying work so far, moving forward demand. Yeah. This one. So, not enough in warehouse 1, not enough in warehouse 1. I don't understand. There's no references here as to... Oh, you know what happened? Oh my gosh. Guys, you know what happened? I know what happened. You guys probably saw it happen while I was doing things. Yeah. Shit. I altered the order and sent them to warehouse 2. But I did not click the order button. The urgent order would cost us 20%. No, 100% surplus. It will cost me an extra $800,000. I think we can deal with 1 week. Yeah, I think we can deal with 1 week. I'm not gonna say $800,000. Yikes. That's costly. That sucks. It is what it is, though. We're just gonna have to make do with it. Yeah, what a drag. Okay, so these 3 guys are under that. Alfred is full now. There's another person that wanted insurance. Bronze, silver. Yeah, you guys are okay. And then Aldo here, you had nobody there too. Okay, cool. So we want the bronze person to go there and the silver person to go with Andrew there. Okay, we're getting up there. 39 people with silver insurance now. I still don't have food in my fridge. I'm gonna take some personal days. I'm gonna fill my fridge. I'm gonna do some random things like that just to kind of ease this a little bit. My product tables are right here, and I kind of need to honestly bring them out of my truck because they're in there, and they don't need to be in there. So let me go ahead and just bring these onto this and put this back inside. Yeah, save that for another time. We're gonna be opening more stores at some point here, so for sure. My headhunters are going to find me the 2 people I want, but as soon as it finds a factory worker, I'm going to switch it to driver because I'm needing a driver, and I think I will spend today, of course, putting a truck in the warehouse so we can start getting deliveries and stuff going over there. Not that it's super urgent or anything, but I might as well do that. So we'll just place this box. Oh, I can't place it. Oh, that's interesting. I can place them here as long as they're on this, but I can't place them in here on the ground. Okay, no big deal. So that's my day for the next couple days, in fact, is just going to be doing that. Not all that interesting, so I'm going to skip it for you guys. But, personal care, get happiness banked up again. And, it's all work, no play, right? We can't do that. And that allows me to build up my bank, too. Now, I might be thinking, oh, we'll take out a loan. You can get a loan to do... Well, at this point, daily income exceeds, at least it closely mimics, the maximum I can take for a loan. So loans are not as effective anymore. I just don't need them. What I need is a single day. I need an extra day. That's all it is. So continuing my chain of mistakes in this particular video, I now have the driver assigned to this warehouse, and I've got the freight truck delivered to this warehouse as well. Some of you probably noticed, though, that we only have 8 destinations here, and I thought this was part of the rebalance. My brain, for whatever reason today, in its fantastical glory, maybe it's because I'm got less blood than usual. I thought, oh yeah, part of the rebalance is that you get less destinations per warehouses. No. What's happened here is that this warehouse has 2 trucks, but I never assigned the driver. That's why it doesn't have it. So you can still get 16 per warehouse. I just never assigned a driver here. So, hey, you know what? It's good, though. We're going to need 2 warehouses anyway. Just means we're going to be paying for it a little early. No big deal and all, I guess. But it does mean that we could have the jewelry stores and stuff on the other warehouse. It's fine. We're gonna keep going with what we have. And then as we scale up, right, we need to, grab a whole bunch of... I mean, look at all these addresses, guys. Like, these addresses. All right. I have so many places I'm going to make a lot of businesses anyway. We're just going to flood the market with tons of businesses, and then it won't be a waste. Okay. But that said, for candidate's sake, we probably should hire another delivery driver who can go into the warehouse and, work that truck. So let's go ahead and do that. And there you are. Okay. We now have that logistics manager with the 16 destinations. That is the maximum you can have for a single warehouse in this game, is 16 destinations. So this one can do 7 because our logistics manager is 79%. And they get up there, that'll trigger to 8. And then we get up to 8 destinations per large freight truck, for which this warehouse now has one of the large freight trucks in there. Okay? So everything's going to sort itself out eventually. It's Tuesday. Things are definitely weird at the moment. Good news though, everyone. Okay? Good news is we don't have to do this yet. We can just have this be an expense. Okay? But we can get the other store rocking and rolling right now. We can. So why don't we go ahead and do that? The first thing I'm going to do at the moment is we're going to go back to Luxman, and I'm going to make sure... Nope, we're going to go back to logistics. We're going to go back to the Luxman part here. We're going to make sure that this is going to the warehouse 1 now. Just keep sending that over here. Minimum stock amount over here. Let's change this to... the warehouse... why is this like, yeah, we're going to change this. This is a 0 right now for some reason. Let's change it back to 300 or something so we can keep, having things flow to the warehouse 1. And then warehouse 1 will continue to do this, but now I can add a destination and put best jewels in there too, and make sure that we get all this stuff in stock as well. So we want, let's say, 200 of these in stock, 200 of these in stock. These are actually low volume on the tables, so we don't need that many. Let's go 120. On that, cheap jewelry will go 400, I guess. Expensive jewelry will be 300. We don't have any in the warehouse because it hasn't been getting delivered because I was sending it to the other warehouse. At least I was trying to. And so now we will make sure we do that. Let's say 500, okay? All right, I fixed all the problems. That's what happened. Now I'm going to take a taxi back because I just can't. I deserve it, all right? I deserve to pay to return home. All right, let's see how many things work themselves out in this. Best Jewels also needs paper, don't they? They need the paper as well. Logistics, right down here. Paper bags, 2,000, please. There we go. Okay, all of these should go away as soon as it goes to the next day. It should. Let's see what happens. Aside from maybe expensive jewelry, because the factory has to send it. So, what? It's expensive. Paper bag. That doesn't make any sense. All of this should be in stock now. Why? What did I do? Well, they don't have any in stock. Because we didn't import. That's right. I remember. Because we didn't import. So that's... So expensive jewelry is not there because they didn't send it from the warehouse yet. That's going to happen tonight. And so now it gets sent to the stores tomorrow. But this was supposed to be on the docks, and it didn't happen. So, yeah. Good stuff. Okay. Now we've officially screwed our income, at least for a week, just because I really don't want to pay double. I just don't want to do that. So, okay, I've let some time go by here so we could try to get some things in stock and hopefully see a lot of these alerts go away. And we got most of them going away. We had notices for other jewelry stores too, and it looks like we still do. Middle Finger, Midtown Riches, and Industry Jewels, and now Best Jewels. So those are our 4 jewelry stores. They all have notices saying that they do not have expensive jewelry. So what is going on there, and why don't we have it? That's my factory. We should be able to handle this. So I need to go investigate my factory because something is clearly not correct here. Maybe I messed it up. It's possible. I mean, I did change some stuff, so it's possible I messed it up, but everything else should be good to go. And why don't we go ahead, because of that, and just flip the switch on that jewelry store. It does have other stuff in stock. right? It just doesn't have the expensive jewelry, but it can sell the other things. We have that now. So we're going to let them do what they do for a little bit. I just want to double check and make sure that the it starts at 10, goes till 8. Everybody's in place here. 100% skill. We should have great security then, because I got the cameras and stuff installed as well. Oh, you. Let's go check the factory really quick. We need to do that. I got $3.9 million in my bank account. I bet that felt really good for the negative interest rate, didn't it? I tried to do the whole investments thing and then pull it out again, so maybe I got lucky. Negative interest rates. Nope, I did not get lucky. I paid $250,000 for that. Yeah, I don't know when they calculate the negative interest rates. Is it... I want to say it's at 8 o'clock. Like, I want to say it's at the same time of your import. Because you have to have the cash in your account in order to pay the docs. And it's at that moment where they log it. Because I had like 30 grand. And then I had reduced payouts because everything was out of whack. So I didn't make a whole lot. I only had, I think I made like 350 grand in income that day. So it wasn't a lot. I'm going to take a look at that actually. So yeah, what was my income that day? So all the way up, businesses is 287. So my negative interest rate was essentially, I mean, my business's revenue here, yeah. So it's not that big. My total profit was, you know, I had very little in my account, but like for whatever reason, this was the negative interest rate that was taken that day. So I don't know what time of day it registers, but if I can figure that out, then I can, you know, I can manipulate it. All right. What is going on with this factory? Why is it not operating at all? Nothing is operating. Nothing's moving. The machines are clogged or what? What is this? Do you not, I mean, you have gems here. You should be running. What is going on here? The only thing I can think of is it's because these are closed and they can't move. If I do this, I mean, that can't be it. That can't be it. They're on their station, so I don't get it. Full-time, peaceful work environment. They have all their stuff here. You can manage. You can bring things to the shelf. Everything should be functioning. Here's the bands. You're not getting the... I bet it's the wrong kind of jewels over there. I bet that's what it is. I think it's the wrong kind of jewels. That's the wrong one. On these machines. Let me just take a look really quick and diagnose this. So I think probably what's happening is there's polished... These are polished already. Yeah, those are polished already. But that doesn't explain this side. This side should be running. This should be running. So did we not get a shipment? For... This is logistics purchasing agents. Did we not get a shipment for this? The order's not set to cancel. Expensive gems. Uncut gems expensive is set to 800. That's really low, isn't it? I feel like I should be doing more than that. How did that happen? Okay, tell you what. Let's go 2,000 now. That's going to be an expensive purchase, but we're just going to do that so it gets it in stock. But you should have some in stock right now. You should have some in stock right now. Luxman inventory. Uncut gems expensive. You have 800 in stock. So the only thing I can think of, right, is that this person... That's got to be what it is. This person's unable... Oh, you know what? Maybe they're too far back. Maybe they're too far back. Hold on. Are you too far back? Can I... But I don't have another belt. I guess to test it, I need to do this. Let's test this theory by bringing one of these belts over here. Go. Are you... Well, now you can move, so then that's an improvement over what it was. I think that's too far back. So I need to shift every machine forward one. I mean, that can be done. I can get belts for that, so I guess. we can do that. I have room here too. So if I was going to do that, I would have to go, I'll just cut this section of belts away. And then it's tedious, but I can just move everything back a little bit. Right? Move everything one row. I'll see you guys in a second. Oh, right. And I can't do that if the machine is in the middle of a production either. So I'm going to have to wait for that too. But it should be fine because as soon as it's done, I can move it. Even if the products are inside it, I can still move it if it's done. So we'll just slide these 3 forward, and then I can slide all of this stuff forward just a little bit so that this guy can get out and do what he needs to do. And then I have shelves over here, but you know, it kind of depends on where we deliver the stuff. So I feel like if I maybe get huge deliveries, it'd be really nice to be able to designate that, you know, for deliveries, say this shelf holds this product, this shelf holds that product. I think that would be a really good addition to the factory setup, but the factory setup's getting redone completely later anyway. Well, I don't know about completely. I don't know the extent. I've just been told that it's changing, so I don't know how it's changing, but it's changing. Okay, so interesting. This guy is now able to go get stuff, which is really nice, and the machine operates without him having to be there, but the interesting part is that he walks all the way over here to get stuff off of these shelves, and he can actually reach that supply. So he's able to reach over the belt and grab stuff out of here. So if you want to watch him here, he grabs stuff from here. Even though it's on the other side of that, he's able to get to it, which I think is neat. So this doesn't disable access. Very cool. So I could just, you know, place these shelves at least there. I don't know if he'll be able to reach that. I can go like maybe a bias there so he can stand here and do it. But he can reach inside these, which is neat. I still would rather, of course, the supply be delivered over here for him to be able to access. That would be better. Maybe we go like this. But all of this is now moved up just a little bit, and it should work. Now, after I'm done with this factory, assuming it works, which all of the laser cutters are finally active now, I'm going to share this to to Steam. All right, I'm going to share this to the workshop so you guys can have it too. So yeah, he's going to go over and get that stuff. He doesn't have to be here the whole time. It's a long walk, but it doesn't matter. He needs his steps anyway. And this machine operates without him being right here. So it's really just about keeping this pallet in stock so the arm can keep working. And then all the stuff can then finally come through the polishing machines. It looks like the polishing machines are all working again. Yes, indeed they are. I'm going to go to this. And all the metals are working. Good. So these guys can access the metal supply, which is important. And I'm thinking actually, because of how important that is, I'm going to place it here. The shelf there instead. This one's going to be exclusive to here. I guess maybe I could put another shelf there. The idea is if this doesn't have them for some reason, it gets delivered to another shelf. Hopefully they get delivered here. But I ordered so many metal bands that for at least a little while, that's going to be fine. Yeah, so I'm going to put another one right there, and then let's just move this out of the way so people can move around. Yeah, seems good. He'll just stand there and do nothing now for this at this point. Let's move this shelf over like this, I guess. That's a good spot because now that side can access it, and so can so both can access. He and everyone who's on the outside can access this one, and then I think they'll be able to reach it here, but he'll also be able to reach it from there. And again, you just use your imagination for him, you know, walking out of that spot. So I'm seeing these machines finally making this stuff, and I'm seeing jewelry now finally going to the output station. And again, she should be able to put that stuff on these because I can do it. I can grab them off of this. Right. And we still have lots of uncut gems cheap. We're going to need another factory to do that. It would be nice to just switch everything to cheap for a little bit just to see whether or not, you know, the process is the same, how fast they make it. But I think another factory is just necessary to really kick out the volume that I require for that. But it's okay. At least we fixed it, right? We came in, we put our noggin to work, and we realized that the core problem, the reason why all of it wasn't working, was because in my redesign, the guy could not He was too far back against the wall. He couldn't move. And there was already stock, mind you. Like, I don't know how I would have discovered that if I didn't just like look at the factory and watch it work a little bit more. There was already stock in that input station. So I didn't see a problem with it when I was initially testing it because there was already stuff there, and the arm is just autonomous, right? It's just putting things on the belt. If I had waited until the arm no longer had input, if I had waited until the arm no longer had anything in it, I would have seen that the employee was not moving to go get more. So now that's solved, and I probably should use a few more pallet shelves, but now that's solved, and we should hopefully see some expensive jewelry being delivered, and that will get us to the point where we will start making the big bucks again, because we're at $430,000 right now. I would like to pay my taxes this week. It would be great to do that because I could get up to that $5 million that I owe, and then whoosh, pay, not have to worry about negative interest rates again. But I don't think I'm going to make enough. You know, maybe this bumps up with the expensive jewelry shipment, but I don't think I'm going to make enough in order to make that happen, unfortunately. But we can see. Let's see. I want to go, let's sleep until like 8 or 9. And let's see whether or not that income goes up a little bit. It should rise, but we want to see the expensive jewelry get delivered. And so some of this expensive jewelry is getting delivered to Industry Jewels. Midtown still doesn't have any. And I think this will slowly work itself out. You know, this part here. Midtown Riches, all 3 cases don't have it. Best Jewels, all 3 cases don't have it. And then Middle Finger has a little bit. So one of our jewelry stores became fully stocked. The other one of them is fully stocked except for one of the 3 shelves, and then the other 2 now don't have any stock in those 3 shelves. I think we're going to be fine though. I don't believe I'm going to make enough to pay my taxes because I have to do it on Friday, right? I could do it on Monday, but I don't know when they take the negative interest rate. So Internal Revenue Service is open at 8 o'clock. So I would have to walk into the building exactly when the shipment comes in from the dock and still have enough at that point to pay the 5.2 million. And then even then, I don't know when the negative interest is going to hit me. I think it's all at 8 a.m. If so, yeah, everything happens, which I guess is good, right? There was, I'm going to call her out because she's okay with me calling her out. Caitlin didn't like that I could game the investment system. Well, you'll be happy to know that I can't entirely game the investment system because clearly it didn't work. I think they are doing negative interest rates at the exact same moment as the shipment from the docks, and that prevents me from doing it because I have to have the money in my. Now, if I'm not taking anything from the docks, I can totally game this. You know, if I don't need imports anymore, then we good. But that is not the case. That is definitely not the case. But I think if you could probably agree with me here that if we are at the point in the game where we no longer need to bring in anything from the docks, we're not importing anything anymore. We got factories to make every product. I think we're at the point now where money doesn't matter anyway. To be fair, we probably see a B here, not an M. Game over. You know, off into the sunset we ride. So we are running into a supply constraint issue right now because the only way I can get expensive jewelry is to make it. And I've doubled my production in my factory, but we are still not able to make 100% of the demand. Because we're supply constrained, it means that a lot of our stores are going to be out of stock a lot. That's hurting my profits. My logistics person is prioritizing his stores in a manner I can't control. And he's choosing not to deliver to the highest margin locations, which is annoying. Like, I'm not getting anything delivered to Midtown, but I am getting it delivered to Garment District. Like, stuff like that is weird. So I need to make more. That's it. I need to make more. And if I can get, let's say, 2 additional machines somehow in there, that would be nice. I don't know how I'd have any space for it, but I'm going to see if I can get some more stuff from this factory supply stuff, this area. And I'm going to put some more machinery in there and see if I can get it to stick. See what's happening, right? It's 1:20 p.m. All right. And if we go to the middle finger and inventory, we can see that there are 70 expensive jewelry left in stock in here. Okay. And my logistics people are told to keep this supply at a certain number. So every day we replenish it up to that number. I think we're making just enough to sell everything, but it's like we can't stock everything. We're not making. So like, for example, I need, let's say 2,000 in stock total amongst all my stores. Okay. But I can only make, let's say 400 a day, and I'm able to sell 300 a day. Okay. So essentially every day I'm plus 100, but I need to get to 2,000 total in stock. Right. So it's going to take, in that sense, 20 days for me to fully fill my stores. I think that's the kind of situation that's happening right now. So I have 2 more laser cutters in the truck, 1 more polishing machine, and 1 more consumer products assembly machine. I'm going to see if we can't get, fit in. There's room there in there. I'm going to see if we can't get 5 machines in there. And I'm no doubt going to need more belts and stuff like that too. But I probably have to, let's just call them and have them deliver. Can you deliver this today? No, it's going to have to be tomorrow. Okay, if I need more belts, it'll happen tomorrow. And in that case, I can call them anytime till 9 o'clock. So we'll see how many belts I need. I'll kind of try to count it, see how many belts I need, what I need, and we'll try to get these machines connected. Okay, I know that absolutely none of you are going to fully appreciate just how much work it was to get this place to actually work with 10 of these lasers. I've tried everything I can, and this is the most compact I can do to get 10 of these to work in this location, in this space. Now, if I wanted to maybe make it a little bit more balanced, I could move this input station over a little bit, but then I'd have to move every belt and slide everything and readjust everything. So this is, I guess I'll put an asterisk on that. This is the most compact I could possibly do, this many laser cutters as a retrofit to what I existingly had. Okay, so I have, from this one single input station, this guy is going to feed 10 of these laser cutters. These 2 are kind of on their own little circuit, and that's okay. This machine here, polishing machine, I just need 1 more belt here to slap that into the polishing machine, and then everything will be good to go. If I go like that, it'll start polishing the gems. I have 2 additional splitters, and because it's just extra from I bought a bunch of stuff. I wasn't sure what I was going to need, so I need more of the regular belts. But now the next thing is to get this machine. Okay, now this machine is going to line up right here. Is what I'm hoping for. Yeah, right here. Now, obviously, the whole thing is just blocked off now. There's no way this guy could possibly get the supplies for this. So while I'm in the factory, we will probably see a situation where it's not functioning properly. Okay. But when I leave, all of this is simulated. I don't believe his pathing actually has to matter there. And I'm about to bring in more, and it'll hopefully go onto this shelf here. We're hoping for anyway. Okay. So from there, we're going to have this smack in. I think like right here is fine. All right. Polishing station, a polishing machine will then come out here and feed this from this side, and we will have yet another input station for the metal to go into here. It's 1 employee, but that 1 extra employee is going to enable me to make an additional 48 big gems, right? It's going to enable me to make 48 more expensive gems. That is a big, big amount of money. That's, like I said, it's like 90K plus profit per day for this machine. And so that 1 employee is not going to matter that much. And I mean, I could probably also space it out maybe like this or something so that it goes out. And I don't know. It doesn't matter how it is. What matters though is that I can get out. So I do have to move it to where I can get out. So I just need a few more things, and then we're good to go. So these splitters can go. I can sell these. That's fine. We'll go ahead and sell those. And then I need to get out of here so that the simulation can continue uninterrupted. But our capacity has not been increased yet. But man, I mean, I've been here for 40 minutes, pretty much just moving belts around. And it really, I got to tell you, it's the puzzle It feels good to solve it. I gotta say, you know, I know what the team was going for there in terms of, like, you know, providing a puzzle for people to solve. And I get what you were trying to do, and it certainly does feel good to solve the puzzle. But the system is just too restrictive. All of this gets fixed with the option to put a belt over top of another belt. I feel like that is going to solve everything. That plus a single tile splitter. Oh, what I wouldn't just love to have a single tile splitter. Just take that splitter that you made, put it right there on the floor, and have it go forward, this way, and this way. That's it. One tile spacing, done. You solve every problem I have with this game's factories. Honestly, that solves everything. That plus the, you know, the ability to go over top of things. It solves everything. So you don't really need, it's my opinion, right? You don't need to just like revamp the whole factory system. Just include those two parts, right? Change the way the splitter works and give me a way to go over top of other belts. And everything is solved. Honestly, everything is solved at that point. Yeah. I actually like how the balance is for the machines. I don't know whether that balance is going to hold up when I start doing... Oh, I just ran out of gas. I wasn't paying attention to my fuel. I mean, I'm pretty close to a gas station, aren't I? It's, I thought I was close, but it doesn't look like I'm... it's way over here. I'm not close. Good thing I'm rich. I need a tow, please. Hi, yeah, I need a toke. Yeah, oh, look, $500. Great. Well, at least I made 621,000 while I was on my way over there. Fill up. There we go. I could get a jerry can too, but I might as well fix the stupid thing. There we go. $6,000 more. You know, $6,000 to repair your vehicle seems like a lot of money. It certainly does. But when you're making $620,000 a day, context, right? Context matters, right? That's like the equivalent of fixing my car for 5 cents if I was making minimum wage. So, whatever. Delivery was made to my factory. So now we just need to get back over there and finish this build. And then this is going to come out like that. Then we want to move this machine so that it exits directly on that belt. So that's probably fine right there. Then we're going to have you, you can't walk through here anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So we're going to have you just be here, I guess. That's fine. Okay. So conveyor belt, going to go, let's start it from here, I guess. So from here, I hope I have enough. It looks like I'm off a little bit here, aren't I? Oh, it does. Okay. I think I can fix it. I think I can fix it. It's just about how this thing lines up. So I need to hold this out of the way for a second. So instead of being lined up there, we lined it up there, and that makes it back. But now I think the top's not going to match. So I need another splitter. Stupid freaking splitters. I need a splitter. I just sold all the splitters because I didn't need them because I'm an idiot, and now I have to go back and get more splitters. Stop selling things until you're done. Stupid dummy head. All right. Cotton-headed ninny muggins over here. Let's put you here. I'm just putting some more shelves because like I can. Why not? Okay, so we know we need this to line up because it's not going to line up right now. So it has to be scooted over here. And the only way we can get that really is through a splitter. So we're going to put this like that. Let's have you go right here. And we'll just set it up to where all we have to do is just put the splitter in place and be done with it. So there. And I probably don't even need to go that far, to be honest. If I just move this machine back a bit, then it'd be fine, right? So let's just scoot this back like this. Yep. And, well, hang on. It's got to be stupid. I really, really hate. I want to be able to move my camera and build independently of my character's position. I can grab something that's way over here. There's no problem grabbing it. So just let me move the camera and grab it, right? At the same time. Like, let me do this, but independent of my character, and let me interact with things. Like, I just want to do that, please. Okay, so we want to... I think we'll just split it directly out. If we split it directly out, then it ends up being like this and sliding there and there. So it ends up being here. So splitter would go right there. All right. If that's the case, then we already have like this, and then I can just go, get out of my way. I can bring you down. Still, again, get out of my way like that. Okay. Now we're going to put you here. Yeah, right here. And then you can slam in right over here as soon as I get out of the way. All right, and then these are extra, which I am not going to delete. I'm going to just set them off to the side. So we need a splitter, and then that is it. Okay. That will be all. Let's go ahead and move you here. Get that shelf to be right where I'm standing, because of course. There we go. Just place it there. And, you know, I could have a delivery of a splitter. I really could. But I don't want to wait. I'm just impatient. So I'm going to go get one. Unless they're closed. They're not. So I'm going to go get one. And then the factory will be done. Pending an employee being there, which I probably don't have the ability to do that. I think I need to hire 2 more people. You need 2 people per station. So I need 2 more factory workers. Yep. Are there anybody that's maybe doesn't have 50 hours a week? Aaron. Aaron doesn't have 50 hours a week. Is Aaron working today? He is not. Hey, that is lucky, isn't it, Aaron? You know what? Maybe if we do this, I wonder if you'll just fill it. Because there are people who do not have enough hours, right? So we can get them in there. I just hit that post for no reason. 99% now. Great. Off to get my splitter, and then I'm done. So done. Let's see. Did it fix the schedule? Let's see. Factory schedule. Hey. That's okay. It's an input station. That's fine. You don't have to have people working. You know, I've had that comment too. You don't have to have people working on the input station all the time. This is a problem. I need to hire 2 more people. Monday's going to be terrible if I do this. So, but at least Sunday will be good. I think I would rather, I think I'd really like to have, yeah, Monday needs to be great. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close Thursday, and then I'm going to do this. And now it's going to fill Monday and Tuesday. Then I'll hire 2 more people before Thursday, of course, open it back up, call it good. You reconfigure it or whatever, and we'll do it there. All right, and with the splitter placed, the factory is now completed. This is as much as I can possibly put into this space. Now, I know I was going to get a little bit of flack for having this guy not being able to get out and not being able to get to the supply that he needs to actually put the gems down. So I went ahead and moved these 2 machines here. I just kind of shifted everything to the right a little bit. So basically this right here doesn't come out in the very center anymore. It comes out 1 more tile over. And by doing that, it opens up this walking path. So now he can actually get over here into the break room, and he can get over with the shelves, and all the things are good, man. Now, I want to take a moment and appreciate this too. Can we get, like, as a paid DLC, like, make it expensive even. I don't care. Make it $20. But can we get a high texture and first person and or third person like this mode for this game? Like, get down. I would call it up close and personal. That's what I would name the DLC. I'd say up close and personal. And I would make this a third person mode where you walk around about like this, like GTA style, really, right? You walk around about here, right? And then all the textures and everything just get completely reworked. And we would pay for that DLC. Jonas, if you're listening, we would pay for that DLC. I know we would. $15. All right, you're artists. You got a dedicated team of like 3 or 4 artists now, right? I know they could come up with it. I know they could do it. It would pay for itself, okay? I would hawk the shit out of that DLC. Because this is really cool. I just want to be down up close and personal with this factory. But anyway, it's done, all right? We did the things. Everything is fine. It's all working now. And it's going to take a little bit of time. But I think with this capacity, let me go back in here really quick. I think with this capacity, we should start to see these go away over time. Because I believe, anyway, we are making just a little bit more than we're able to sell. So it's got to catch up. However, if I want to add more, because is it possible to add more in this factory? Well, there is some space right here. You know, maybe. There's a little bit of space right here. And, you know, if we move some of these shelves over, if they're, I mean, I don't know where I would put them where they're, you know, meaningfully useful. Maybe, I guess maybe like right here could be useful. Can I walk around that? If I can walk around it, then he can. That's how I'm going to determine this. If I can place that there. Yep. If I can get through it, so can he. So this gives him access to both of those. And I could always do this too. That actually takes care of it too. We can put that there. Extra shelving for everything that's going to be sent in here. It's Monday morning now. And my import is freaking massive. Let's take a look and see what my purchasing agents are doing today. 273,000 here, 279,000 here. 34 is not bad. This one's big. 573. It was almost 900K, but instead of bringing 2,000 uncut gems, I'm going to go 1,600. I want to have a huge supply of these things so we can kick them out reliably throughout the week. So that's what we're going to do there. And then the ocean imports, we're not doing anything there, I guess. We don't need anything there. Oh, because I had the bar, I had the nightclubs and stuff, and I was going to do that stuff. I have now margaritas, martinis, and whiskey. I have that available. So if I want to do the nightclub thing, bottles of wine, beer, I have that stuff, liquor stores, etc. I have that stuff now, and all I have to do is just plug and play. At this point, I have the supply ready to rock. Because I was gonna, keep the nightclubs, and then I ended up not doing so. So anyway, I have 3 days to pay my taxes, and you might be wondering, well, how is he going to do that? I mean, he's got $5.2 million to pay, and he's only got 1.3. He's not making enough. How is he going to pay his taxes? The investments, which are going down, by the way. That's kind of rare. I don't normally see them go down, but it can go down. This is one of those high risk investment things, and you can see it's 3.895. So I have pretty much enough to pay the taxes right now before this import, because this import's going to suck $1 million out of me, which is going to really suck. But so it's going to be close. But I think with this income, with this factory the way it is, I'm hoping that we can split the difference and end up, taxes paid. We'll be broke, but taxes will be paid. Okay. Come on back for the next one and see if that's actually accurate, because all of these jewelry stores, burgers and soda cans and stuff, that's about to get replenished with import too. Also, I have verified, by the way, exactly when the negative interest rate hits your account, in case you're curious. Okay, ready? This is when it happens. It's Monday at 8 a.m., just like I said. But it happens after your deliveries. That's an important thing. So negative interest rates are never going to stop your deliveries. The trick then is to try to have as close as possible to what you need for deliveries and nothing else in your account, because it will take all the delivery money, and then whatever is left, you will then be charged the negative interest rate. Okay? So there you go. Figured it out. Now I'm done. Bye.